Go on, Harry. I've got to look my best. All right, I'll do you. You do me. Tell you what, let me get me bins. I've got to get me bins. We have got some interesting stuff coming up. Proper poop the horse. Right. Okay. Let's have a little look at this. Let's have a little look at this, shall we? We're going to get some cloud busting stuff going on as well. Look at this one, this third one out. He's just about to break through that. Yeah, this is good. Oh yeah. They are definitely crabbing. Suffering fuckotash. This guy. Quite surprised, really. Speaking to me mate last night. Oh, what that? Sorry about that. I can fix that, don't worry about that. Oh, truck. Here we go. Oh, nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Never any issues there. Yeah, talking to me mate Richo last night after a quick 9 holes. Let me just fix this. Stand by. Okay, I need to fix that. You know, you have friends who are just not interested in what you do. You know, they're like, oh really? Oh yeah, that's interesting. You know, not interested in planes at all. He's not interested at all. It's like, you know. Tell him anything and it's like, oh yeah. But so in other words, my mate Richard is the least likely person to get into a conversation about planes or a plane. And there was a jumbo jet as we were sitting outside supping on a nice ale. Hello, here we go. Big aeroplane, big wings. Minimums. Yeah! 4-door 777 with American Airlines. Nice, very nice. Sort of it's a little bit of rudder action there. Nice bit of finesse on the elevators as well. As they touch down, before the front wheel comes down, you'll see that the pilot will finesse his elevators. Oh, I say. But yeah, so Richard, we're sitting outside, and there's a jumbo jet climbing out, and it's dark. So it's nearly dark. It's around about 8 o'clock, and so it's really sort of like nearly dark at that point where you can't see or identify liveries. But it looked like it had. It looked blue, and I was like, oh blimey, that's not that KLM jumbo back again, is it, or ex KLM? And he said, get this, what, the one that's been debadged or stripped of its livery or something. I'm like, which one? What? You've been watching the show, haven't you? He said, oh, it came up on my phone, didn't it? It came up as a notification, and I watched it. I'm like, oh my god, he's a flicker, isn't he? He's a flick screen. Not interested. So he's obviously hit that. I know I'm his mate and all that, but it's just interesting, isn't it? Anyway, back to the planes. Yeah, once you pop. Yeah. It is, isn't it? WestJet's beautiful 787. But it's not beautiful, it's just good to see, innit? Nice white wheezy. Okay. Little bit, see the elevators there? A little bit tentative there. Got caught by probably a bit of a gusty crosswind there, I'd imagine. It's only ever so slightly southwesterly, isn't it? But wind's expecting to pick up. We know what happened last time, but it's not going to be anything like. There are yellow warnings, but I don't think down this far, are there? That lovely, look at that lovely 777. Just, oh, isn't he lovely, man? He came over the top of me just as we were going on there. Right, GP, I'm going to switch you to the other headset. Just grab that. WestJet. Oh, Singapore Airlines pushing back. A bit late for that, isn't it? Copy, GP. Oh, blimey, oh, right, that's a bit loud. Flipping heck, slow it down a bit, will you? Oh, really? Oh, well, that's a good thing. This is that new headset. It's another headset. And so far, it works oh, really? This is a headset for call centres, you know, for call centres, but it's a very, very comfortable, cushiony. Oh, is it? Okay. Can I turn it? No background noise. Wow, that's really good. That's really good. I just sold about 15 of them. Hold on a minute. Let's get this one out. Come on, lad. Out you come. How you doing, everybody? Wednesday already. It's actually gone quite quick, hasn't it? This week. Has it? Or is that just me? What's that there, Fred? Oh, it's just a bonnet. Look. Oh, I'll have a bit. Can I have a bit? Yeah, I'll have a bit there. Yeah, lovely. Look at the state of my bonnet, man. Can you see the scratches on it? Can you see the scratches from their teeth? Oh, is it the grooming day today? Have they? Is there a sort of Pat's grooming services? Oh, easy. Yeah, there you go, you see. It's not so much a constant it's not so much a constant wind. But what they are doing here really truck, for truck's sake. Watch the elevators. Oh no, he's down quite quick. That was a very smooth landing, actually. I mean, he ran it quite a long way. I guess they call it a floater, don't they? Interesting that Singapore Airlines is facing in that direction. What's that all about then? What's that? Oh. Okay. Gothenburg, this one from. Good morning, everybody. Well, hold on a minute. Yeah, it's still morning, isn't it? Surrounded by... Can I do a little PTC? Or not a little bit closer? Oh, I can see why that's not doing that. That's why that doesn't like that. Don't light it up, sir. Right, okay. I think that'll do it. Will that do it? Not quite. Hey folks, what are you doing? Wednesday, isn't it? London Heathrow. We are expecting the winds to pick up, so I thought we'd come to the paddock and see what we've got. Of course, at the moment, what you're seeing here is the aircraft is definitely pointing herself into the wind. Stand by. That's actually when that sun comes out, man. Okay, you see that? So this crabbing action here, folks, is a reaction where the pilot is using the rudder as well as obviously the other flight controls as well on the wings to keep the aircraft in a straight line, but he'll fly it into the wind. In other words, he'll crab it. It's almost like drifting a car. A bit like holding a car in a very long drift. Because that wind is blowing to his left, so it's trying to blow the aircraft around to the left. So he's having to point it into the wind direction. So APU I'm just seeing starting up there. I'm hearing it, sorry. Is that maybe? Yeah, so it's a technique, that is for sure. And I'm guessing that some pilots are, I'd say, looking at the line of attack that they have, they're all equally skilled in this maneuver, you know, in dealing with a crosswind component, as you can see there. So he's pointing to his left, our right. The wind is from his left, our right. So it's a southwesterly. So it's kind of the worst scenario you'd really want. I mean, well, unless it's a direct crosswind, really. But yeah, I mean, if it was a direct southerly, then they would obviously have a lot more to deal with. But even so, can get a bit dicey as they come through the different layers of air, dropping through to around about 150 feet now. see him using the elevators there just to bring it down. Easy there, mate. Yeah, and that's also something that some people find a little bit daunting, is that they land with their left wheel down. Well, that is also part of the procedure. I was once told by somebody, a pilot, by the way, that is. So I'm just made that up, like I do half the stuff I talk about. No, only joking. Good afternoon. Let's just see what heavies we've got. Okay, to the south of me, I have Malaysian 350 departed. It's interesting. Departed 5 minutes ago from Kuala Lumpur. Okay, it's probably a little bit of a. There we go. Oh, is it going out? Oh, sorry. For God's sake. Oh, I thought that was on approach. Okay, here we go. DFW, Boeing 777, American Airlines to the south of me. Got a big line of tiddlers. Oh. What are they starting there? What are they starting? Which aircraft? Is there an aircraft down at... Oh, there it is. Yeah, little 320 is on radar, just come and fired up his engines. Make quite a bit of noise, those IAE. Oh, easy! Yeah, picked up a little bit. Could get a bit tasty. Swing it there, there's the swing, landing it literally still pointing to the left and then swinging it with the rudder. Some pilots prefer to swing it first, then touch it down. It's a bumpy ride up for that Qatar 380. Isn't it crazy that the people that are watching the show at the moment are from all... Oh, excuse me! Can you stop that, please? Scratching his head on the scratching his head on the wing mirror, for crying out loud. Straight down the pipe. No issues there, no issues. Just check. That's better. There we go. Here we go. Come on then, son. Oh. Sir or madam. some of these pilots can go from this small aircraft to the A380 very easily. It's a very easy type rating, converting from the small jet like this to the big A380. It's just a size thing more than anything else. It's a little too low, that. Run it quite long. Oh, she's shuddering. Look at that. There's that big lurch that you get. And as a passenger, it's a little bit daunting, but you know, you're on the ground. Everything's good. Wicked. We're all good. Next! Dropping through different layers of packets or pockets of air. So that's why you see those sudden twitches, which is where it gets possibly hit by a crosswind component temporarily, then it dies down, and so it's always a little bit really hands-on control for the descent. This is all manual flying because the autopilot system is not quick enough to deal with with scenarios like this, really. I mean, there is a certain crosswind speed that the aircraft can fly at. I think it might still be able to be on autopilot about a mile out, something like that, maybe. Like a very new Neox. Swinging it now. You see, he did the swing easy. He did the swing before he touched down. A little bit of lurching going on there as well. Nothing like a bit of lurch. I think it's Virgin that I read aiming for 10% SAF by 25, is it, I think? Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. So basically that means running their aircraft on 10% sustainable aviation fuel, which is 3 years down the line. One would hope that it would be a lot more than that. Just have to see how things progress in terms of availability of sustainable aviation fuel. It has been tested. We know that an aircraft engine can run 100% on sustainable aviation fuel, and so it's just a case of supply versus demand, I think, more than anything else. Oh, that's a cold coffee. Oh, that's not very nice. Who is this? I think that was the IAE engine with the clamshell reversers. You really see him working at the rudder there as well. Pretty cool, man. Caught him in the act, caught him in the act, caught him in the act. Caught him in the act, biting that then. He knows he's being watched. Here we go. Look at that! Look! Look at that! You! Little... You there, GP? Have you muted me or something? Or... Hello? Oh, it's gone onto the AirPod, isn't it, Jilly? Oh. Wonder why you're a bit quiet. Can't turn the AirPod off, can't I? Have to disconnect from it or forget this device. That was a G-Eopt. Another. There we go, there we go. Also, you got to bear in mind that as soon as that aircraft touches down, it becomes a vehicle. Not an airplane anymore, so well, a vehicle with a rudder that you're able to steer using the rudder. Now look at the crab on this. Here we go. Oh yeah. This guy's in love. He's very well. Oh yeah. Vortex behind it. Listen to the wake. Yeah. Nicely controlled, sir or madam. Nice elevator movement as well. Oh yeah, that was nice. Ding ding. Tickets, please. On the... Right, okay. Let me just get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh! It's done it again, isn't it? It's done it again. It's done it again. Dear, dear. So we're basically going to see what happens, folks. Now, tomorrow there are high winds forecasted as well. However, that is a direct westerly, so they'll be coming. The wind will be coming straight at them down the runway. But more intense in terms of wind speed. So, And of course, don't forget that you also get gusty conditions. You get gusty conditions regardless of which way wind is blowing. Oh, really? Oh, okay. So it's right. Moderating. Is that okay? Well, we will moderate that. I have to say. So we are putting tomorrow aside for you folks, just in case we do get some extreme conditions, which is why we're sort of like here today now, obviously, because it's the midweek show, and we will see. Wow. Okay, I've got a. Oh, that's going out, isn't it? Oh, gutted. Okay, so I just need to see the inbound stuff really. Let me just put the filters in. Inbound right. Oh, I do have a BA 380 from Miami, which should be turning on. Anti-this, you know, yeah, salt sticks, yeah. I mean, the only thing that would be viable would be a cordon around the van. Yeah. Oh, that's the one with the moustache. This is the one with the moustache, Jill. He's having a scratch, look. He's at the scratch post, look. I'd keep it on. I'll just put my snood on stuff. Yeah, took carrots today, but quite more grooming going on there. Is that Turkish? It's quite soon, folks. Let's just have a look. He's turning on now, but before him, from San Francisco, VS20 in from San Fran. Turkish 777. I can hear his engines whirring. I think that's a really good way. You can hear his number 2 starting up now as well. Some great descriptions of what condor means to them. People talking about the condor livery, Jilly. Peppermint swirls. I guess they've kind of gone down the same route as what Iceland Air have done, isn't that? You know, with their different colours. They've gone very bold. I'm sure there's a lot of different variants of people calling it, having a different name for it and all that kind of stuff. Oh wow! Really? They were sold by him? That's fantastic, mate. Sorry folks, just tying something off here at the moment. Just give myself a little bit more screen to work with. There we go. Same there. Now, appearing behind him should be the A380. Sorry. Could be a little bit lower because he's so far out. He should. Here he comes, here he comes. Gear just coming down. Possibly still autopilot. This could be autopilot up to well, kind of this point now, I would have thought, where this Dreamliner's at, I would say. If it was, that was. Unless, of course, as we get so many messages from pilots, no, it's all manual from the moment we're established on the ILS, the Instrument Landing System. In other words, the aircraft locks on to the airport's navigation system, more or less. And he's now on what is known as the glide slope. Approaching minimums. Boeing 787 from San Francisco. Virgin Atlantic, ladies and gentlemen. This could be. Look at the wing, the flaperons on the wings. See them moving up and down? That's him controlling. One moves one direction, the other one moves in the opposite direction. Bosh. Nice, there it is. Oh, wow, flipping heck. Now that was a bit of a hard up on the rudder there, on the elevators there. Wow. That was definitely some kind of a reaction to an action, if you know what I mean. Definitely. That was most definitely a... we'll have to look that one back, Jilly. Look back on that one. Yeah, rewind it, folks. Just have a look at that. You can rewind the feed if you want to. So now they're giving this this small jet behind him a bit of a long spacing because of the wake of this thing that it leaves behind. Now listen to the engines, the engine note of this aircraft. Now look at him pointing it into the wind. This is a big fuselage, big tailplane. So lots more control in there, although the control itself is fundamentally exactly the same as what they do with the smaller aircraft, just a bigger lump in it. But listen to the engine note and all that. Is this in from Frankfurt, Jimmy? No, it's Miami, and it's Miami. She's clean, man. She's a clean bird. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, nice, nice. Now watch the elevator. Watch the elevator. Bring it down soft. Bring it down soft. There we go. Nice. Very nicely done, sir or madam. Nice bit of reverser as well. Quite. Oh, I wish I'd stop eating that. Great colour. Does that come up on the screen now, Joe? Yeah, sorry about that, folks. It's the one thing I would like to do with this camera is move the record button to another location, but that's quite a big redesign, isn't it, for the whole casing and everything. And it's only when I've got the rain jacket on the camera that I have the issue, so don't really need to worry about that. She's so clean, that aeroplane. What's that, GP? Say that again, would you? So giving this guy a bit of space now. Derated landing. See? There we go. There we go. So what we got? Come on, heavies. Oh, I've got 380 approaching from the north from Dubai. Another BA 380. Yes. In from Dublin. You will. Ellingus. From the Emerald State. Is that right? The Emerald Isle, sorry. Easy. Oh, see, you got kicked a bit there. There's the clamshell reversers coming out, look, on the engines. Make them look like flower petals. Nice. Now watch them close. Watch them close. There you go. She's down. Right, okay, so what we got? Okay, Lucia. Okay, Lucia, general comment, okay, missing something there. Half an hour ago. Oh, right, okay, yeah, feeding the horses, yeah. Morning, everybody. Good afternoon now, 12:20 here in the UK. I hope you're all doing well. Wherever you are in the world. New York City, 07:20 AM. Good morning. Tokyo, 8:21 in the evening. Miami, of course, 07:21 as well, out there on the east coast. Brisbane, Australia, 9:21 in the evening. Good day. And Auckland, is, well, we are 40 minutes away from midnight. 40 minutes away from Thursday. Toronto, 7:21 in the morning, and Los Angeles, 04:21. Shh, shh, shh. All the Californians are asleep. Shh, shh, shh. Still sleeping animals. Jeez, a lot of early risers in California get the day done quick and leave the office by about flipping 3 o'clock. Get on that freeway and get home quick before the freeway builds up. That's the general way things happen in Los Angeles anyway, from my experience. 1:50 p.m. in India. 4:50. Oh, I should put yeah, India's got a couple of time zones on it, has it? Or yeah, it has, hasn't it? 5:21 in Calgary. Yeah, I should put these down. Yeah, Canada's got loads of time zones, isn't it? Well, it's Central. Is it Eastern Pacific? Central Eastern Pacific, isn't it? Or just disappeared behind the bushes there. Vietnam Dreamliner. We'll get a little shot of her as she passes. There goes the Qantas 787 now. Yeah, I've got to do a shouldn't do one, will ya? So add. I've got Mumbai, India. Calgary, 5:23 a.m. So, yeah. Only one time zone in India. I've got Mumbai then. I've got Mumbai at 4:54 in the afternoon. It's got a big crab on this one. Oh, it's BEA. Is it BEA? That looks like BEA to me. I do hope that British Airways make a point of announcing when they do retire BEA, and they don't just, you know, sweep her under the carpet and one day she's there and the next day she's arrived somewhere else. And, you know, I do hope they let the plane spotting community know, you know, I think it's only fair. They've done a great deal in supporting British Airways and really appreciating these liveries that they did. So I think it's the least they can do is British Airways should let, do a tweet about it at least. Farewell BEA. Will we meet again? The thing is, if she's going to go to a museum, she needs to go to a museum where she can be, because they're not going to be interested in her being cut up here on at base unless she went to. It's just a big logistical problem, isn't it? somewhere like Duxford would be the ideal candidate, of course, because it has an active runway, and they'd easily be able to fit her on there with a light fuel load. That would mean that that would be the most modern commercial aircraft in their display, would it not? I think they've got VC-10 727. No, VC-10 Trident, isn't it? So, yeah. Oh, hello. 380 making its presence. Say it, man. Chasing this little 320 down there. Yeah, like I said, being able to convert from that little 320 or whatever it is, 390, probably a 320 that you're seeing on the left hand side, to flying that big A380 is a relatively straightforward conversion course for pilots. The obvious main difference is the size of the aeroplane, so allowing for the length of it when you're taxiing, when you're landing, taking off, you know, the length of the back end on it, how high you are from the ground, of course, means landing it is a whole different, once you're converted, once you know it. Easy. Yeah, a little bit. See, they're getting caught out a little bit by, you know, that those gusting winds that are coming over from the. There's a lot of buildings there that will whip the winds up and make it quite turbulent. Oh, stay right there. Be great to go to a wind tunnel testing facility and make a model, a mock-up of Heathrow, and then look at the winds as they come in across the airfield, and see the destructive nature that the buildings create of the winds. You know, as they hit those buildings, they rush up and spool over, I'm guessing you'd say, yeah, almost boil over the top of the buildings. It's got quite nice calm conditions here. Oh no, I thought it was the agent. Look at the ailerons on the outboard end of the wing, folks. See the ailerons, those three components on the outside of the wing? Bosh! Yeah! Go on! Big swing, look at that rudder movement, man. It's got a split rudder, but obviously the whole thing working in unison there. Outboard ailerons being also used for still, look at him. See the elevators shuddering from the reverse thrust coming out of the engines. Yeah. Now he's down to below about 60 knots. He'll switch that to the tiller mechanism if he wants to. Some pilots continue to steer the aircraft using their feet because it automatically connects to the front wheel. So the rudder is taken out of usage now. Although on some aircraft
you'll still see the rudder moving ever so slightly. I think 777s on some of the Boeing aircraft, you can still see the elevator, the rudder moving ever so slightly when they're putting the pedal input to steer the aircraft with the front wheels. It's great. Bit odd luck, isn't it? He used the whole runway there, didn't he? Tiddler hour. Okay, what we've got coming over here? Okay, got a Dreamliner there. So we're not sure yet, folks. I'd imagine that the way things are at the moment, we'll might run this through to the switchover. Hold it there. Oh, he's floated it. Landed that quite a long way down the runway, didn't he? Although I think it's an optical illusion, it's probably only about a third of the way down the runway. Ian Morrison, Alison Baker, TCC, Odette Hull. Haven't seen Odette for a while. James Doink, Jeff Anderson, Bootle, Sue Pitchford, good afternoon. Saz Purvis, Helen Clapp, Trev Lyon, good afternoon everybody. Antor Stero, good evening from Shenzhen. Got a problem with notifications on his phone. Okay. Yeah, Anton, it depends if it's the app or YouTube app, because obviously it's always a good thing to download the app, the Big Jet TV app, which will as a fail-safe mechanism, as a backup or a redundant, have a redundancy with the app. If the YouTube app fails on the notifications, you can always fall back on the app. Hope that helps, Anton. Paul Skilling, Russ CT incoming. Thank you, Russ. Sam Tweedale. Mark Barr, Sillet Bang, indeed. Robert Maynard. Got here just in time to see that. Amazing. Okay, great. Was that carrier landing? John Singleton, first Bosch of the day. Bosch in the one. Love that, Chris. Mike Spink. They're singing salesman. Would you like to buy my shoes today? Ladies and gentlemen of all sizes. Robert Cave, Daniel Carlin, Stevie Luscombe. Spoon meat. Walton, Greg Mack, ex-Southwest pilot. Well, we kind of call them over here. We call it Ryanair, don't we? But I think it's a little bit unfair because we have seen lots and lots of very heavy landings by all different carriers. We have obviously seen some pretty extreme heavy landings with Ryanair as well, and that is obviously the reason why they do have that say reputation. Maybe it's because it's a 737. Maybe it's just because it does land around about. It does appear to land a little bit faster than 737. Was told once by a pilot it's around about 10 knots faster with a 737, which is a lot of speed. We're talking about. Great airline to fly with, Ryanair though. No frills, don't expecting anything special. It's funny, last time I flew with Ryanair I said, do you have any, because I noticed they had, it was like cafetiere or something like latte type thing on the menu, you know. You've got to pay for everything, you know. The only thing you haven't got to pay for is go to the loo, you know. But what's that? Vietnam Dreamliner. Nice. So she gave me this cup with, well, it was like a tea bag, but it was coffee. And I don't know what happened. I tried to understand the instructions, but I think it blew up or something inside the cup. Because I took one sip and it was like drinking a tea bag without the bag on it. But it was all coffee. Yeah, it was all coffee, and it was just, oh, I don't know, it was just like, I gave it another go though, because it was time for a cup of coffee. So I gave it a good old stir. It was just coffee with, well, you know, bits of coffee floating around in it. I thought I've got to drink it, because otherwise, you know, how are you going to leave it on the plane like that, you know? So I ate it. I drank it, and I ate my very, very thick cheese sandwich. Oh, VPN we're hearing, folks, messes with your notifications. Oh. Oh, nice, there we go. Oh, that's interesting. Well, there's a little bit of a factoid for you, folks. That the using a VPN will mess with your notifications, I'm hearing. Where's everything I was seeing here? Oh, I've got another 380 just crossing just south of Middelburg and about to cross the channel. Anton, there we go, that'll be it, the APN, the VPN, or what do you call it? APN. What's an APN? APU? It's an APN setting, isn't there, or something? Isn't there an APN setting? Okay, I've no idea. Jet. Those lovely Pratt & Whitney engines. Yeah. It was a little bit Boshy. It was a mid Bosch, wasn't it? One Tasker 01. Your VPN will split tunneling. In effect, you can stop certain apps and sites going through the VPN. Oh, there you go. There is a way of. So there is a settings option for. Is there? Run white horses, do 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 do, better do 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 far. Oh, he's going to meet his mates, isn't he? North Norfolk Digital. And now, traffic. Get out of the way, you. God, all the time, you. It's 3:20 a.m. Did you see the show, Michael? No. Quite blustery now. It's turned blustery in the last couple of minutes. Yeah, we've got a bit of greyness to my left. We might. Easy. There we go. He's down. He's down. Oh, look at that bird of prey there at that altitude. Yeah, that's how you fly, mate. Got a little mousey. Flipping heck. Okay, it's turning a bit tasty now, folks. I don't know if you can hear that wind. You can feel that wind picking up. But from that direction, it definitely looks a little bit sketch, which is good. I'm gonna get my jacket and everything ready. Just dropped for him. It's just dropped. Easy. Easy. The more that rudder moves, the more lurching you get. There it is. Look, see that rudder moving. You feel it in the cabin. You feel the whole cabin sort of like swaying to the left and the right. It's obviously a far more sort of like exaggerated inside the cabin. I tell you, that last 380 that landed, very clean she was, wasn't she? Very clean. Peter Room, good afternoon to you. Chris Beck. There's Nekia. Lascelle, Sandy Humby. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Wednesday afternoon, 12:45 here in the United Kingdom. 01 Tesker 0. Oh, and it's 12:40 in the independent state of Yorkshire. Oh, there you go. Ian Morrison, Trevor Lyon. Leon Fisher. Jazz, good day. Sorry, Jazz, good afternoon to you. Crabbing. There's a whole lot of crabbing going on. This looks like Swiss. Is it a 220 or it's a 220? It's a Swiss 220. There we go. Mountainous regions on approach into Zurich. So these guys and girls are used to sketchy approach conditions. I had to go around at Zurich myself. So he gave it a bit of reverser there. Good lad. Or madam. Well done, that pilot. Of course, somebody mentioning the other day about sending, it was a very interesting, quite a rare sort of comment to get from somebody mentioning about how disappointed they are that everyone says that these aircraft are made of aluminium. Well, you're partly right. Well, yeah, you are right actually, because we don't really mention it's either aluminium alloy or carbon, really, and plastics and stuff like that. But of course, there are different types of alloy used in the manufacture of these aeroplanes. Alcoa being one of them. Of course, don't forget titanium, which also titanium is used in some manufacturing processes with carbon. I think they call it carbtanium or something like that. There's a little bit of movement there. Ground effect, I guess you could call it, negative ground effect, where the aircraft wants to get down, but it get down, get down, get down. You're a bad dog, baby, it's do, but I still want you around. Do. Sorry. Get down, get down.
Fire! Fire! The fair's on fire! Okay, 380, I'm tracking Qatar from Doha, QR3, halfway now across the channel. And Bolkovage, materials engineering, yes. Something that I'm very a real big fan of. I always used to love metal work and stuff like that at college when I was at boarding school. I really enjoyed metal work, you know. Well, that's woodwork, isn't it? But no, using lathes and stuff like that. And luckily, the physics engineer at my college, he was into his radio control planes, which was really cool, man. Actually, they weren't radio controlled. They were those ones that you put on a that they fly around you on a rope, not on a rope, but on a leash almost. A couple of leads, couple of cables, which is sort of like a lever, which you control the elevators with, or the ailerons. Well, no, actually, it's not the ailerons. It's just literally the elevators, because the thing is literally flying around in a circle. But you could do loop-the-loops with it. I know that because I crashed it.
Here goes a loop. 6 months of bleeding hard task grafting down the drain. Just get back, build another one. Build them out bolts wood back in those days. I want one of those horns for my van. I'm pretty sure you can get them. They're air charged or something, aren't they? I'm sure you can get. Look how tiny that 330 is against the 380, man. Y0S. Yos is a new member. Welcome, Yos. Just joining first class and joining us and all the other members next week. We're going to be in France for the Italians. It's the Italian job next week, isn't it? On the hunt. Might get lovely singing, who's that? Start with number 2. You can hear us whirring away. We look at that GE video that we've got up on YouTube. See that thing fire up. And then as it's idling before they put the throttle box through the gate, or the throttles through the gate, you just hear it whirring away on the spool. Such a precision piece of engineering, man. Has to be. Easy, son. Easy. Oh, quite a lot of reverser action. Look at his left flapper on his right up for to act as a spoiler, whereas his right hand one have I maybe gone out of sync, GP? Do you want to do a sync check? No? Oh, she's weeping, man. Weepy windows, Bennett. Down on the street. Weepy windows. It's not good, man. Starts impregnating the Sorry about that, folks. As always, live TV. Even Sky Sports couldn't do it the other. What was that? They were out of sync or something. Press conference. BT Sport out of sync, massively out of sync yesterday. So happens to the best of us, folks. Sorry about that. Miss Colex is a new member. Welcome, Miss Colex. Karina Roebuck. Afternoon, folks. Hope you're doing well. It's Wednesday all day today. Right. So these winds are kind of random. Small gusts, small moments, small elements. Obviously a lot different down here on the ground than it is up there. Well, you know, it's like a layer cake, isn't it, really? As you come down through the layers, different intensity of wind. Easy, easy. Seems to be that little sort of like pocket right there just before they're about to touch down, where the aircraft sort of like has a negative ground effect and wants to sort of like stay in the air. That's when the engines come right off the power, I'm guessing, just to let the thing drop. Catering the upper deck of the 380. That's interesting. Haven't seen that for a while. Does that maybe mean that they have well, I'm guessing probably they have, unlike BA, because BA obviously got a decent healthy stack for them. That is such an English thing. And it's a postman as well. Brilliant. British thing, maybe. There it is there, you see. But they hit that sort of like pocket, which, in your own time, there you go. Nice. Still a bit of weave. Control line, I saw someone mention it was control line flying, wasn't it? The aeroplane with the control lines on it. So you'd basically pull up to go up and down to go down, but you had to be flying it quite high to get the loop, and of course I did it at the wrong altitude, and that was a proper bosh. It's so sudden, it's so immediate, isn't it, when a radio control plane hits the ground. It's over, mate. Shards of balsa wood flying all over the gaff. Mind you, the construction of the new ones, not that it's any stronger, to be honest with you, but it's just amazing, all the new plastics that they use for radio controlled aircraft now. You know, and of course those amazing jet engines that they have. ginormous ones. A380s, Concords, Vulcan bombers. The Germans are pretty damn good at. Anyway, all the videos are easy. All the videos that I see on online are primarily from Germany. They're big. They have those big, giant scale air shows, don't they? Definitely want to do one of those. There's a special one in, like, I don't know. Mind that. Sure, I seem to recall seeing one in, like, is it somewhere in Germany. There's an annual one. There's an annual one, isn't it? Which is dirty plane. Nice. A little bit of aero brake, just using the elevators. Nice, nice touch. So members shows for this month, folks. Next week we are heading to Toulouse on the hunt for the ITA 350, just recently released from the paint shop, and from our new location that we have out there, we'll be able to get a good view across the airfield. Whereas before we just saw the see here they go. Whereas before we just saw the delivery centre. Great position, don't get me wrong, but the new position is you get a lot more. You can see a lot more of the whole airfield of where all the aircraft, the flight line as I call it, down the far end of the field. That houses most of the aircraft that have that are in various points of assembly. Most of them, in fact, I think all of them have engines on at that end and are on the test line, I guess you could call it. Hybrid jets that's sort of like half Neo, half CEO, everything but the engines. Yeah, so Toulouse should be fun next week, folks. We're hoping to catch the taxi tests and rejected takeoff tests as well, the RTO and taxi checks. And then hopefully the next day, so we're there Wednesday and Thursday of next week, and then hopefully, sorry folks, sorry, it's just because I've got the rain cover, the rain jacket on the, I have to feed my hand in through it. and sometimes my thumb catches the. Can't disable it. Stick a piece of plastic behind it and then tape that up. That'll stop it from pushing in, won't it? A bit of an old credit card or something like that. Or a SIM card or something like that. Oh, hello. Winds are picking up. Come on. Come on. Oh, it's good, Jim. Back up to 4.6. Did we go to 0, literally, with that reset? Did we? Oh, okay. Did we understand? Did we have the standby screen up? Oh, okay, okay. Well, that's fine. Yeah. So yeah, Toulouse next week. 2 days in Toulouse. And then at the end, then later on in the month, folks, we're going to Atlanta. It's the week after, is it? Oh my good God! Right, okay. Yeah, so next week Toulouse, and the week after that we're going to be in Atlanta. We get around a bit, don't we? Well, that's what we give back to our members, just like it says on the tin. Premium first class, super class members going to join us next week in France, and then in Atlanta, first and super class members. Yeah, look at this 350, first 350 of the day. This is what we're on the hunt for next week. ITA's brand new 350. She's got her engines on. She's been painted in that beautiful ITA livery. Looking so smart. I think it's a battle for the best livery now, isn't it? Between the airlines. What with Condor just releasing that, and Iceland Air funking up their liveries. Big old 350 1000. Very little flex in the wing. Oh, I don't know though. Wait a minute. Nice. Up come those speed brakes on the wings, ground spoilers. I think they, on some aircraft, especially these modern aircraft, the ground spoilers are automatic as the wheels touch. The ground spoilers extend. Activate. The Yorkshire Wolf. It's an interesting route, isn't it? That he's taking. That's a aeroplane. Big Dreamliner. Look at that wing, man. Look at the wing. Etihad. Let's see a 350 1000 Etihad. Etihad showing off their A350, their brand new A350 on socials recently. Oh, that was smooth, man. Wow. That was smooth. Well, that was speed brakes. Speed brakes were up, or ground spoilers were up, way after the wheels touched there. So that must have been a manual activation. There is obviously... I think on the Airbus, maybe it's on the Airbus that the ground spoilers activate automatically, and not on the Boeing. There's a big lad. Is there a big lad inbound? Seeing him pop through the clouds quite soon, I would have thought. He's just turning on, isn't he? Isn't he third out? Soon find out. Douche. Oh, who's that from? Oh no, it's a triple, is it? We did see, it was parked around the back of the bike sheds, wasn't it though, Jilly? Okay, so American triple, second there in line. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ah, sorry folks. Flipping heck. I'm gonna have to disable that bleeding thing somehow. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it on the fly, unfortunately. Sorry, folks. It only happens when I've got the rain jacket on, because I have to put my hand up into the rain jacket, and every now and then I just want to get this 380 coming into shot. Sorry, folks, going to leave this. I'll watch it for you. How about that? Sky Express 320 Neo. Here comes the beast. And the papers want to know whose shirt you wear. What's that? Did he do what? Heading? Oh, what? Heading my way, in other words. What, before the switch over? Because don't forget we're here till 3. And it's 1:21 now. It's got an hour and 40 minutes. If it rains, it rains. We'll deal with it. big old 777. Wants the limelight. Got his big Dr. Martens on the. Still toe cap the course. 18 holes. No sweat. Oh, yeah! Nice! That was pretty spectacular, man. Down on the right-hand side first, interestingly enough. How cool was that, man? Stand on those reversers, mate. And behind me. Behind me is the big lad. Don't mess with this one. Don't mess with this one. Qatar A380 20-wheeler in from Doha. $35 tons of undercarriage hanging from below her belly and her wings there. Then you've got those ginormous engines. Around about 90,000 pounds of thrust in each engine. 360,000 pounds of thrust, here we go. Available. Dance of the ailerons, they call that. Yeah, he got that down quite smooth, really, for the big ship, I've got to say. Finessing those elevators, look. Yeah! Now, I'll tell you what is interesting about that is it's been quite some time since we've heard a full runway reverser. Up till recently, that's the kind of thing that we were used to pre-COVID, when these things are fully loaded, and now you can quite clearly understand the reason why the operators wanted reversers on the engines on the aircraft, whereas Airbus originally developed that 380 with no reversers, quite confident that it was capable of braking under its own wheel braking power. Operators said otherwise, of course. Yeah! That dance of the ailerons, by the way, I've got to credit that to a Royal Jordanian Dreamliner captain who told me that. Having watched the show and heard me talk about it, great to get feedback after the show. On 22 wheels, is it? Yeah, 20 wheels on the mains, 22 with the fronts. Yeah. Matt Lewis tuning in from Brighton. Good afternoon to you, Matt. Daniel Pearson, skip. The undercarriage on the 380 A3 is mad. My truck weighs 9 tons empty, so that's 4 of my trucks as landing gear. It is incredible, isn't it? Chris H. San Sharman, Rusty T, Amy Lee, good afternoon to you. Jethro Ken, Akeem, Sue Taylor, Jolly Jules. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Didn't look too bad, but I tell you, when it lands, when it lurch lands like that, it's quite a big bang on the left side, isn't it? You feel it, you really do feel it. It's a Sky Express that we missed. How what? Oh! Yeah, that is always said, didn't I? Remember right at the beginning, went easy, just caught there by that little sort of like almost wind shear. See that house right on the end of Myrtle Avenue there? I remember going up to the owner and asking him if he'd ever sell it, and he sort of like looked at me and thought, hold on a minute, I can make a bit of money here. But nothing ever came of it, because you know, you would obviously, what you would do is surely you would apply for planning permission to have the roof converted into some kind of a deck for yourself, of course. Well, it's your bedroom really, more than anything else. Is that a drop of rain that I just felt? It was a drop of rain. Oh, mind that. Dirty girl, look. The state of your flaps. Oh, nice smooth landing though. Frankfurt or Dubai, I'm guessing, for that 380. What is it, GP? Is it Frankfurt or Dubai, that 380? I'm guessing it is Dubai, is it? great to see that jet that came over the top of us earlier, that their 380. So clean, man. Look brand new. Brand spanking new. Hard thing keeping these aeroplanes clean though, man. The old workhorse. Turning it into the wind, kicking it straight, little bit of rudder, bosh, there you go. She's in. Skills. You can almost see the individual skills of the pilots themselves. Some preferring to land it, then kick it. Some preferring to sort of like hold it on one wheel and bring it in and kick it. Others preferring to land it and kick it. Yeah, pretty cool thing to watch. There's the old buzzard again there. Looking for his lunch. Maybe for his babies. Her babies. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, big old crap going on here. Get to bed. Oh yeah, nice. It's great when you see all the aerodynamics just literally bleed off of the aircraft, and you see all the weight of the aircraft coming down on the oleos. Oleos. On the trucks, the stanchions as they're called on motorcycles. Suspension pistons and gas-filled struts. I think they're gas-filled, or part gas, part oil maybe. I saw a mention there from Helen Clark. How do you clean a runway? I thought I was waiting for the punchline. The other thing you'll notice with these Dreamliners that I haven't pointed out, folks, is that the wing is very flexed up. Around about a 12 foot, can you believe it? Go and measure 12 foot. And that's how bent, how far that wing bends when it's in flight, which is remarkable, you know, piece of technology. Because you've got to remember, all the flight surfaces, all the flaps. Oh, KLM's E2 E-Jet, here we go, look at this. Wow. Lovely, clean aeroplane, man. That doesn't look very old. E2 E-Jet. You bleeding E-Jet. Still a baby plane, man. See, he lands it, kicks it, swings it with the rudder. Is there? Well, I don't know. I'm not looking behind me. No, I've got aircraft in the stack. Yeah, you've got aircraft in the Lambourne hold, have you? Doing the Lambourne walk. Oh yeah, look at that. BA847 being one of them. Oh, Was in it or is in it? Was in it. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. That's interesting though, isn't it? Makes you wonder what's... It's not like it's capacity, is it? Really easy. I don't think it's a weather. I don't think it's a weather related. How long for? How many laps have they done? Wow. And that's a big lap as well, the Lambourne hold. Wow. Just about dodged the bullet on the weather, mate. I think I just about dodged the bullet. Thanks, man. Just give him a little cameo. Give us a wave, mate. There you go. Look on your phone. 20 seconds. Never works that. Because they keep looking up at me because they can't wait for the 20 seconds to end. Oh, they're looking. They're going to see themselves into no. No. It's funny because it's actually not cold, but the wind is just building a little bit of a chill factor into it. It's cold enough to wear a jacket, you know. Retard. I think the counter was out a bit there. About 10 foot out, wasn't it? Out of sync. Yeah, imagine being able to take that roof off at the end of that terrace house and glazing it with thick. You're off the runway, mate. Ooh, only just. Still a little bit dodge. She's nice and clean. Now watch these wings, folks. Look how flexed up they are. Oh, gonna get a truck. Gonna get a truck. As soon as she's touched down, watch the wings lose all their lift. Oh. kind of saw it there where that's bleeding up, boiling me bazooms off. Look at that, all spoilers closed up long before he obviously knows his way round Heathrow, or her way. Graham Brownrigg is a new member. Welcome, Graham. Sorry if I've missed your comments, folks, just what's going on really. LL Fantastic Delivery, Delta Phil saying, kind of says what he is on the tin, if you know what I mean. Chris H. Keith Cornell. Matt Lewis. My mate sings in his greenhouse in a la 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 la. There he is doing his chicken, his sprouts. One hour and 15 minutes remaining of southern runway operations. Yeah, that's the one thing I remember a 747 pilot telling me about landing in crosswinds in a 747. I think, which order was it? Did he say that you have to correct it before it touches down? Like swing it before it touches down so it can touch down straight? Or is it touch it down then swing it? I think it was the, I think it's the earlier, I think it's swing it and touch down. I think that is the case. I'll have to double check that. I don't know if anybody can confirm that either way for me. I think because I think if you land it, yeah, I think it's swing it and touch it down. Has left Maastricht. Southend. What, coming here? Oh, right. So it's operating out of Maastricht, is it? But that's not the first time, is it? Because it was back there the other day, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so she is operational out of a European hub then. So we'll see when we go back to Schiphol, more likely then. Might do, might not. Who's that? Isn't that funny, man? You know, you got to look at the kind of person that mic Ramvides is, or whatever his name is. Not to be mistaken with anybody else, of course. Someone who's just come on, giving us the middle finger and a pig emoji. I mean, you've got to think of the mentality of that individual, haven't you? You've got to think of that poor person sitting there on his phone, on his own, without his mates because he hasn't got any, or in front of his computer screen and doing that. For what reason? What reason? You know, yeah. And you've got to subscribe and wait 10 minutes to be able to do that. And then you get booted down the road. What's the point, man? What is the point? Look at that whole timeline you just wasted. 20 minutes of your life to do that. Poor lad. What's that, GP? Oh, right, okay. Really? Well, he's a bit behind the times, isn't he? You need to get out a bit more, Mike. Miserable get. You've got booted. Oh, great. Going to switch you to another phone, GP. Switch you another phone. DC8? What's that DC8? I just saw. Orlem, DC8 over Southend. I like the way that Orlem's used this emoji, like the air face. Hold it right there, Ship. Aircraft that's been in the Lambourne hold for a couple of laps. See, there's that little bit of, if it's warm air, if it's hot air coming up from runway. Oh, come on now. Okay, so what we got then, folks? MC Media and Phil. Graham, it takes a lot of bother to be a troll, yeah. If only these trolls actually put as much effort into their normal lives as they do when they're trolling, they'd probably be quite successful. But no, they won't listen, will they? Silly little people. The little people live under the bench. You know, Julie? Copy? Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, wow, that was smooth. Either a very seasoned pilot or just a young, new pilot who's got skills. or just a pilot who's got skills. Midway through his or her career. Rugstar Pool 69. Aviation 4K, David E, Alison Thornton, Sanchon, Matt Weaver, Ian in Aberdeen, Scott. I'm sure it's just a temporary glitch, Shirley. When you restart it, it'll refresh itself, won't it? Just in case you didn't do it enough the first time. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh dear, that's funny, man. You've got to love a troll or two. You've got to love a troll or two. Marion Cockwell, the sky is starting to look gnarly. Spelt G-N-A-R-L-Y. A phrase that I used regularly when I did my mountain bike magazine. Looking pretty gnarly, man. Thank you, Marion. Rab H, Rob Ashplant. 17th Mustang. Miraman, 747 Longtail KLM colours, cruising at 34,000 feet. Same one in the last stream. Yes, thank you, Miraman. I'm not sure if she's still operating with Longtail Aviation. It may show that she is, but oh, looking at the winglets on this puppy, it looks like an A220 to me. Well, that wing's picking up a bit, isn't it? See, easy, easy. Oh, he was a little bit uncertain there, that pilot. There goes the Wookiee howl. And those Pratt & Whitney PW 1700, 1900, 1300, whatever they are, 1100s, the Jeep variant. Sharon Coxon. Afternoon, folks. Naughty Fox 27 right. Paul Skilling, Jan's Views. Wet and miserable in Hertfordshire. Delta Phil, it's a Swiss. Captain Sky Marshal. Emma Seymour, good afternoon. South is nice. Good afternoon. Aviation in 4K. Okay, did we all saw that? Quite a few people commenting on that landing there with that Swiss 220. Kind of used to it on the approach to Zurich. Chasey Byram. They handled that nice, they did. There was a little sticky moment there, wasn't there? Rab H, Matt Weaver. Probably find that 747 is heading west, I would have thought. NM Taco, a little porpoising, yes. A little bit of porpoising. Fella, you can't come in here, man. You can't come in here, mate. Sorry, man. Sorry, man. I know the fence is completely down at waist level. Sorry, mate, private property. Shane Davis, very sharp, wet and gusty squall gone through Corby Moorhouse. Okay, interesting. Corby trouser press. Hello reception. Yes, I've taken my Corby trouser press apart. I'm just wondering, am I going to get charged for you to reassemble it? Because I can't reassemble it. Thank you very much. Okay, Lynn, another idea for monkey tennis? BA 84 over the north of us from Vancouver. It's 777-200. David Holden, good afternoon. Richard Mortara. Postcard Express and WestJet are the nearest to LLC carriers using London Heathrow at the moment. Well, there we go, yeah. Is that long? I think that's going to be a blimey. They're really working the BEA jet hard to that recently, aren't they? He's been waiting to go out a long time, that Jumbo 10. Of course, that's just the fire station practice. Green Goddess from ITV. He's trying to keep it on course. That's why he points it into the wind, otherwise it'd just be blown massively off course. There it is, there it is. It's always that little sort of like, you know, it's almost like it hits a cushion and it sort of like pushes it back up again. You've got to pick up pocket or empty runway. Airport. Next in. From Venice. BA 579. straight in. Straight in. Sup, GP? Bit of sunshine, bit of blue sky, look. Got a new member, Brian Miller. No, upgraded to first class. G'day, Brian. I say that because he's got that ain't a knife. This is a knife. What's his name? I'm at NGH. Shame it's hammering down this cold sun. Got weepy windows. Qatar 777-200. It's a long range variant, so she should have, I think, the GE90-115B engines bolted to her. Beautiful carbon fan blades of the General Electric power plant. Literally a thing of beauty when you go into the General Electric Wales reception area. There's a sodding great big fan blade there on display, along with all their other proudly displayed operators that they supply engines to, and these guys at Qatar being one of them. Huge service centre down there in Wales. One of the biggest engine servicing and overhaul facilities in Europe, I think, in terms of their test facility that they have as well, of course, their own independent test cell.
Hello, big lad. He's an angry boy, isn't he, eh? Yeah. Watch it sit on the mains. Wow, yeah. All that weight being transferred onto those wheels. Huge, great big stanchions on those things, man. I mean, the central stanchion, you know, the oleo or whatever you want to call it, the shiny bit that slides up and down the piston, is just an incredible piece of engineering. Sort of like a 13-inch diameter, maybe even more. So big and thick, man. Teenager in set. See ya! DC8, we've got a little bit of blue skies overhead. Another 54 minutes before switcheroonies, folks. Before runway switch. Now we'll be making a decision whether we're going to head over the other side or whether we're going to come back tomorrow. Because we're expecting stronger winds in London tomorrow and alternating winds at that. So southwesterlies, westerlies, and even later on in the day northwesterlies, isn't it, Gilly? Or yeah, it's going to be a bit of a crazy day tomorrow. So we've kind of put tomorrow aside, folks, for you guys, just in case something
something tasty comes in. See that big rain cloud behind this guy? See the shape of that? It's an anvil. It's the wind that's blown that cloud, or formed that cloud, should I say? Dreamliner looks so beautiful with her gear up, doesn't she? Kind of ugly with her gear down. Gear down. Is it? Yeah. Here it comes. Usually around about 7 miles out, she'll put her gear down. Depends on the pilot, really, when he or she wants to extend the gear, because of course bear in mind that once that gear is extended, it's what's known as a dirty configuration. Therefore, all that wind rushing through the undercarriage assembly creates a tremendous amount of drag. You'll know if you're a flyer that as soon as you'll feel the aircraft literally slow down as the undercarriage is extended, because of all the airflow is massively interrupted. And then of course you'll feel even more slower as the slats are extended, the flaps are extended to increase that area across the wing. What's that, GP? MG78, good day from Perth, Australia. Jason Mattin. Australia's back, Eagle XO. Keith Grafton. Keith Grafton, yes indeed, Gatwick viewing area. Out on that finger we used to be able to walk, didn't we? And of course the Queen's Building at London Heathrow, another much missed plane spotting location. Now long gone with the expansion of London Heathrow. Dreamliner, didn't I? Oh, he's greased that. Or she's greased that. That's finesse, that is. For a stack. Wow! Look at that! all at different altitudes, of course, folks. All on what is currently known, what is known. Well, I keep saying currently. What is known as the glide slope. That guy at the back there, just pulling in, that you saw, just pulling into the back. He's on the glide slope. He's calls into the tower saying that he's established 10 miles, around about 10 miles out. Not going to be called the glide slope. The slidey slope next week. BA274, fully established on the glidey slope. Oh, Air Canada, Bandit starting up. Go on, girl. Graham, traffic definitely picking up. Can't remember the holds being used this much. Getting like the old days. Well, we'll never have those old days back, will we, with 747 after 747 after 747 in the stack, but hey. Watch out, mate! You want to watch out, son? There's a big plane coming! Oh, mate, you are right on the flipping... Look at that, fair play. Hey! Oh, and he's not flustered, is he? He's just moved aside. Look at that. Just undaunted, really, that Kestrel. Very hungry, isn't he? She's got little babies to feed. Okay, I've got a little patch of blue sky, GP. We got some cruisers. Donald, where's your cruisers? I know. Yeah. No. Really? Looks like a trip. Sounds straight for us. Okay. Of course, you have to factor in the flare that they have when the aircraft's just about to touch down as well. Flare it, pitch the nose up ever so slightly so that the main gear comes down first. Here comes the flare. There it is. Oh. Whirring, Hero's engines whirring, man. Mr. Tech is a new member. Welcome, Mr. Tech, along with all our other members going to be joining us next week. We're in France at the Toulouse Airbus facility, hunting down the ITA 350. Hopefully going to be catching taxi checks and possibly her maiden flight as well after RTOs. Nice. Wow, big rudder input there. Did you note the time? It's an interesting gate. That BA jet sitting at that gate at T3. That's very unusual. Mr. Tech. Got Mr. Tech. The Masked Dad. There's a new member. Welcome, Dad. The Masked one at that. Welcome as a full member of Big Jet TV, and Richard Hendricks is back. Welcome back, Richard. Oh, sorry, the Virgin 787 with that sort of like very sketchy sort of like landing with the elevators. 2 hours. Do what? Oh, at 40 minutes, if you scroll back to 40 minutes or thereabouts, folks, you'll see a very interesting landing with Virgin Atlantic 787 Dreamliner. Touches it down and then sort of like wallop, front end comes up again, and he's like hard up on the elevator as well. It's just a very interesting sort of like unusual landing or operation. The landing was fine, just what happened just after it, which was quite interesting, when he went to bring the front end down. Do 318. Yeah. Nice. Straight down the front. Straight down the mid. Straight down the mid. It's all small stuff, mate. It's all small stuff, man. And I do have a Q8 777 300 inbound. Matt Willis Video Productions upgraded to first class. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, folks. Good to see you all here. Welcome everybody, new members, new subscribers, new viewers to the channel for the first time. If you've just joined us, a very warm welcome to Big Jet TV. We're a live stream aviation channel, live twice a week. There's a midweek show which you're seeing today, which may, we don't know, but the way it's looking at the moment, we may be back tomorrow. I think we probably will, to be honest with you. Yes, 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 yeah. So it looks as though that's what we're probably going to do, folks. We're going to go through to the switchover, and tomorrow we're going to come back. If you fancy a little bit of entertainment tomorrow, yeah, and we're live twice a week, like I say, and on a Sunday normally. I think most trolls were bullied at school, weren't they? Some kind of mentality. It's a shame. They'd be such nice people. TJ King 2703 is a new member. Welcome, TJ King. Stephen Luskin, yeah, also noticing it is a huge tail. The empennage, well, the vertical stabiliser to be precise, on the A318 is huge. Well, I say huge, it just looks huge, but I think it's, I'm not sure how much taller it is than its brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, pump up the volume! Larnaca, in from Larnaca, this one. Down here on the ground, it can be sort of like quite gusty at 70 feet above, you know. Bosh! Would have felt that. Definitely would have felt that. So gracious when she's got her gear up. A330-200, or is that 777? KLM 777. KLM 777 to the north of me, Jilly. Is that right? Nice. Skills. this big old rain cloud to my east. Sorry, to my west. Yeah, that's easy. That is a big old bank of murkiness right there in the distance. Might get a little bit of rain. Molesey is a new member. Welcome, Molesey. Now this 380, as he's backed up, should indicate that there should be another Emirates 380 inbound quite soon, I would have thought. And there he is, 13 minutes out. We're going to get him. Looks like that might be our almost our closing shot. I don't know. Emma Seymour, Virgin 787 Dreamliner in from Las Vegas. Thank you, Magic for Life. Rob Ashplant, Sant Sharma, Karina Shikanada. Good day to you. Welcome everybody. Thank you for giving our warm, members a new members a warm welcome. 3030 Colin, KLM 777 to Velmstad. Velmstad, is it? Sounds German. Pump up the volume! Run the Hold on to your hats, boys. John Merton, good day to you. Thank you, Emma. Saint-Jean. Znakia Lascelles. Day. Havana, Charlotte. Is it Charlotte Havana or Havana Charlotte? Jeanette McKenzie. Avianca 787 probably be the closeout shot in at around about 14:56. Hodgie saying thank you, Hodgson. Bother with them. Save it for tea later on. Cats. Oh. We've been on Bloomberg again. Or is that the last one? Yeah! Not yet. No blue. I told you it was posties, wasn't it? It's a very English thing, isn't it? Or a British thing? I'm sure that's. I think that originated in. Oh, blimey, really? Oh, so Tom Keane from Bloomberg's been giving us a bit of love again, has he? Haha. Right. I love that contrast against the grey skyline. You can see it's coming, man. Got a big cell. Oh yeah, you can see the rain. You can see the rain. Look, you can see the rain falling there, man. Fortunately, that's going that way. So that's to the west of the northwest of the field, and that's not coming anywhere near me. It's anything that's over this way, kind of. Although I think that stuff is going to hit me. Karina Roebuck's sun coming up here in Vegas. Wow, how many times have I witnessed that? The sun coming up in Vegas. For what, GP? Yeah, Toulouse next week for all members, and then Atlanta the following week. We're going to be in Atlanta the following week. Going to be doing a Friday and a Saturday there. I think it is, folks. Maybe a little bit more, but Friday and a Saturday in Atlanta. Big shout out to all our posties as well, and all the delivery folks out there up at the Cracker Sparrows. Might get to see this side. It's the flex of the wing. Watch the wing straighten out, literally. Look at that deflex. Wow. Blimey. They're not putting that Emirates 380 in the hold, are they? Katie Kofil is a returning member. Welcome back, Katie. And Rolls Boy is a new member. Welcome, Rolls Boy. So, yeah, that is definitely rain coming in this direction. I need to get stuff set up here. So whacked by a little bit of rain. Dreamliner. Looks like Virgin. Remember when we used to see their Dreamliners parked up with their engines off. Whoa, Bosh! That was late, man. That was late, definitely. Heavy on the reversers. Wow, man. That was a Virgin Dreamliner indeed. Yeah. So that's 2 Virgin Dreamliner heavy-duty landings today, man. The other one wasn't very heavy, was it? It was just a sort of like put it down, and then the front end went down, and then it sort of came back up again, and he went full up on the elevators to sort of like, you know, to get the front end down. It was a bit of a sort of like odd manipulation of the elevators, should I say. Long 787-10, I think, with British Airways. Greased it. Forward motion. Walk down the sidewalk, down the Volvo. Yeah, come on, BA, we need a One World liveried jet now, don't we? Send one over to Ireland, kind of, get it hang it up. But you can't say no. Crab. Look at this, like drifting a car almost. Holding that car in the drift. Facing her into the prevailing winds. Otherwise she'd just get massively blown off course. Having to manipulate the engines as well, keep that speed up. It's all going on inside that cockpit right now. Nice. Swung it on touchdown. Very nice. Oh yeah. Traveller. It's the Kestrel man there again. HGC, great sound. Yeah, I'm so glad. I love getting every now and then the odd little sort of pointer from people, bit of feedback to say how good the audio is, because you know, I was watching the show the other day when I was doing the cut on the edit for that 747, and I have to say it does sound good, doesn't it? These amazing, these little Rode Wireless Go mics, tiny little things they are. Avoid that cloud, man. He's going to avoid that cloud. Try anyway. think that rain. I think I'm going to miss that rain, mate. Well, maybe not. Saying that. Yeah. Is it? Is it? I'm going to be breaking down in the rain. Break it down. Breaking down in the rain. What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? Hi, hi, hi. Ah. Ah. There. There. Probably a Ryanair 737, isn't it? No. Yes. Is that GP? Very high. Looks very high. Heading north. No, I thought blue underline, blue belly, Ryanair, probably going to Luton or something like that. Luton Airport. Oh, Manchester. It's hot. Oh, blimey, Robert Cave says it's a squall line stretching from Southampton to the Wash. Blimey, O'Reilly. Ha! Well, it's not like we're not used to it, is it? This show is brought to you by the letters B and J. Likely. Do you remember when we used to see all those Etihad 350s at Toulouse? We even caught a couple being delivered, didn't we? But they parked them somewhere obscure, didn't they? Good couple of years ago that was, before COVID, wasn't it? Do you remember that? All those Etihad 350s being delivered. Remember that? And now they've... well, no, Toulouse, we used to see lots of Etihad 350s. Yeah, man. And when they were being delivered, they weren't being delivered to Etihad. They were being delivered to an airfield or a remote airfield where they were being stored, I think. And then and now they've taken delivery of their first one. I think it's a 1000. It's got a big 50 livery on, a big 50 celebratory sticker on her, and I said, I've told them, bring her to London, man. Come on, you got to bring her to London. Exactly, yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. So I might be a little bit late. It's either late this one or the other one was early going out. Normally they cross over. Watch the end of the wings, folks. Look at the ailerons. See the ailerons moving on the end of the wing there? Come on, girl! Yeah. Bosh! Nice! That big rudder kicking into action now. Oh yeah. fellows, congratulations. Second try for, what was it, cabin crew? And he's got it. This time round he's got it. Well done, Gary. Of course they do mix the crew up as well, long haul and short haul sectors. Andrew Alban saying it looks amazing against that slate blue sky. Yes, it does. Right, what am I seeing down there? Okay, that's just the sun reflecting off all that lot, isn't it? Oh yeah, I'm getting surrounded now, folks. Oh, the sun's gone in now, and we're in it. We're gonna get hit. 10 minutes to the switchover. What's gonna get here first? The rain. The rain, or 3 o'clock. Lots of what? Who is? Gary's 63, brilliant. That's great, isn't it? Gary, that's fantastic. 63 years old and he's been accepted as a cabin attendant. That is absolutely brilliant, man. Well done, British Airways, and well done, Gary, for it's not anything new, don't get me wrong, it's not anything new. I've noticed it very much so on the American carriers, using people well into their 60s, and I think that's a fantastic thing, and great persistence by Gary as well. Second time of attempting, and he's in with British Airways. I hope you make me a cup of tea one day, Gary. I don't know, tea always seems to taste better at 38,000 feet. Bracknell in Berkshire. Awesome. A couple more heavies in there. Yeah. Something that we're not used to, that's for sure. Let's go and grab 67 Smoky Joe, right on it. Straight down the pipe. Oh no, sorry. I thought it was. Sorry. I got one tiny glimpse of it. I thought it was a 767. Yeah, 321 Neo. No, not 321 Neo. 321 CEO. There we go. Well, I was right then, wasn't I? Oh man, I'm surrounded, mate. I'm surrounded. Look at that rain there. I am surrounded. It is circling me, man. We got you circled, man. Concrete blocks flying over the top of me. beautiful contrasting sky, gotta say. I love that. Absolutely love that, man. Looks like it's going into hell, doesn't it? Look at that. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, yeah. Oh, big lad. Big Angie 777, look. Oh, yeah. Nice. Those elevators shuddering, man. Oh yeah. Wow. Blimey O'Reilly. Behind that tree is a very steep climbing Aer Lingus 320 who looks to be trying to avoid that cloud. Very odd route for them to take. Going to get it anyway, isn't it? First aircraft ready to depart already. Eurowings 320 lined up on 27 left, sorry. Looks like we've got 3 more. Oh, is it? Nice. Okay. Cool. So interesting that KLM are really putting on their E2 E-jets now, aren't they? I wonder if they're repositioning or what they're doing with their, obviously their 730s. Are they to replace their 737s, or are they to replace their aging runway lights are on, here we go, their current Embraer fleet? I'd imagine it's probably to replace their current Embraer fleet with the little CF34 engines. Of course, these new E2 E-jets are far more efficient in fuel burn and ultimately costing the company less money to run and maintain, and ultimately that's passed on down through the line to the end user, you and me, who buy the tickets to fly on them. So makes sense, makes perfect sense. runway. I think this is about 2.1 miles away, this rain, because this runway is 2 miles long, and I can almost see the rain at the far end of the runway there, making its way towards me. Oh yeah, there it is, the first spot of rain, and you can see the rain, the curtains of rain. Here we go. It's going to suddenly hit me, man. Here we go. Gillian, Mike's going to have to go in the hold on. Time to go. Here we go. Oh, was that lightning? Denise. Oh, you're right on the hail front as well, Gilly. Shall I just stay out in it for the hell of it? Look how dark it's gone. Come on, E-Jet. Wow, easy there, mate. It's like a winter's day, innit? Look at it. It's an outrage! Where? What? When? Oh, how? What? Where? Where was that? Blimey, really? Oh, you know why? To give time for the weather to clear. Whoa, was that lightning? Was that lightning, or was that? Oh yeah, different runway lighting. Oh, okay. So they've changed the They've changed the lighting for departures. It's a different lighting. Well, looks of it. Here we go. I'm a bit silly standing out here. You don't want to be going up in this, really, do you? Wow. Yeah, let's call it, mate. Let's call it. Come here! Come here! Dry your eyes, mate. Right, folks. Hey, look at me with my new glasses. It's just like they were before. But there we go. Went all through that old rigmarole, didn't we? For months and weeks and whatever. Anyway, great company, folks. We are going to be back tomorrow by the looks of it. Just because we are going to be getting more winds here at London Heathrow. So they're going to be straight down the middle. But even that, will include gusts, gusty conditions, gusty elements, etc. So we will be back tomorrow. Keep an eye out for your notifications. We'll let you know as soon as anything happens. So go and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I'm going to drive back up. It's getting pretty gnarly here. I'll be honest with you, it is a shame that they're not still landing, because this will be pretty gnarly, although it's only going to be a squall. So we'll see you tomorrow, folks. Look after yourselves. I'm going to get myself in the dry as much as I can. Great to see you. Thank you for your company. Welcome to the family members. Welcome to everybody. Thank you once again for tuning in. And thank you, Ryan. The van is actually moving. The van is moving. Hold on a minute. I daren't look right, because if I look right, I'm just going to get massively smashed in the face. Okay. Oh, is it giving me, obviously it's like the mirrors in the fair, is it? Yeah. Isn't it funny that we used to go and spend 50p just to walk around a room of mirrors? Ah, look at me! Well, you can do that on your phone now, can't you? Anyway, thanks for your company, folks. Lovely to see you. Thank you very much again for all your company, and we will see you tomorrow. Don't know what time just yet, but we will keep you informed on the app. Get the app, by the way, folks. Really important that you get the app. I better go cheap because this jacket is not waterproof. See you, folks. Take care. Bye bye.